Shalom, yes. We are back at you with another lesson. Giving all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Bakakwadash. Double honors to all the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone in the house of David is rising. Out here tonight, on my late night, Hilangoli rider night, you know. But it's a frosty night tonight. Frosty, chilly, the mud's all icy. So this is a Hilangoli icy frosty late night video tonight. We're gonna hit 1 and 2 precepts, then we're gonna keep it moving. Not a lot of people around this dark place. I'm telling you, moving around here, I'm on this side of the field, and there's certain parts of the field where it's like really more cold than other parts. More to the center over there, where there's a whole heap of woodlands and a whole heap of lakes. You might call them gully. I mean, you might call them gully, where it's all muddy and marshy, frosty and cold. But near over here, where there's a bit nearer to the end of the greenery, not so. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be a cold winter. When you're in that cold, that's the first thing that you just like, it's in your mind, man. Coldness, you know it's there. You can't be in denial about cold, you know. But you can try and do the best you can do to help you to deal with it, like wrapping up, yeah, taking those herbs. Things I like to do is my bell peppers, cayenne pepper, you know, for going through, to get me through this weather. A lot of onions, a lot of garlic. One of the things that I'm using at the moment. I didn't think I was going to be talking about herbs, but since we mentioned cold weather, I guess the spirits got me thinking about the herbs. The garlic and the honey, that's one hell of a concoction to keep you strong, to keep your body heated, insulated. Yeah, it's like an insulation. Puts a little coat of insulation around your the inside of your tonsils, your mouth, so that all those nasty the bacteria can't penetrate. It puts up a force, you might call it. You might call it a force or a wall, you know. Your immune system will builds up your immune system will. So hitting those kind of soups, and it's gonna be a time for soups, man. This is the time we're getting into where you just do your soups, man. The bell pepper, the onions, the garlic, kitchen soups, where you're in front of the kitchen, when you're in the kitchen, you know, slicing up and cutting up all those good vegetables, you know, to insulate the body, to keep the body nice and insulated and on fire. Bell pepper is good for that. So when you come out and you do what you do, your little workout, running, whatever it is, your body's insulated, full of energy, and you're powered up, man. Powered up for this kind of weather. But I know there's a lot of people going dead this year through the spirit. It's over in certain places. I'm watching the news earlier on today. They're having some power cuts. Power cuts are regarding the gas problems. Somewhere like Hertfordshire, or one of those places, Hertfordshire. You know, those Yorkshire, up north places. Yorkshire, Hertfordshire, Berkshire, and all those kind of places, man. But one of those northern places where they're having a lot of problems trying to get their heat, keeping their gas on. So we know enough of them can't take that. They're weak by nature. Enough people are going dead, and that's going to be another. It's going to be a plague. You might call it a plague that the Most High are going to use. The cold, ice cold, and in the winter there was a whole heap. In the summer there was a whole heap of people that dead from the heat, extreme heat, which I did a video on that. I might be doing videos on some extreme cold, where people just ice up on their way to work or on the way back from work, or in their yard, especially them elderly people, just ice up on the settee and dead. Most I can do that. Just bring isolation, just ice you up. And that's going to be judgment, man. But Lord willing, you know, we do what we have to do to keep going out there in the highways and the byways. Do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. Like I say, the herbs and those good isolation, those heat preserving vegetables and herbs to keep you going. But yeah, we have to deal with this, man. We have to deal with this regardless. But let me hit some precepts and then go and keep it moving, because it's icy out here tonight. Zechariah chapters 12. Zechariah chapters 12. No, let's hit this one, man. Let's hit this one. Micah chapter 7 and 9 says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgments. Right, yeah, the judgments are out there. We know that. We see them, man. Yeah? Yeah, right now we're talking about cold. People going to kick the bucket just due to the cold. One of the most sized vices that you can use that extreme heat. You can use extreme cold. You can use spirits created for vengeance, which I've done a couple of videos about that this week, man. How that coyote was grabbing up those little youths, shark attacks, yeah, volcanoes, eruptions, Indonesia, that's taking place, Hawaii. I'll go follow up and see if I can follow up and hear if there's any severe cases, if it's got any worse since we last heard about those kind of those kind of things that's happening in the earth. I know there's a whole lot going on, man. But yeah, I will bear the indignation, Micah 7 and 9. I will just putting out these thoughts, Akim. Yeah, because this is part of the judgment that we have to suffer and go through. Yeah, these wicked people over us. And I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. Right, we know that's taking place. We can be sure that the Most High is executing those judgments. But when we see those angels going to or coming from doing the Most High's bidding, his judgments, right? And he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Yeah, that much again we know. He will bring us forth to the light, and we will see his righteousness. Just keep watching the news, man. Keep dealing with and seeing and watching the prophecies being unfolded and being revealed. This is what we're looking forward to right here. Yeah, man. So yeah, I was going to bring out this one, Zechariah chapters 12. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God. Yeah. Let me start again, and let me take my time with this one. This is one of them ones you just take your time, let it marinate. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. In that day, and this is the day, this is the beginning, yeah, the Lord's day, right here. Not the peak of it, but it's going into it. It's building into it, man. The year of turn up. And it's turning up and turning over and clicking over. What we can only imagine what next year going to be like. We're at the end of this year now, the year of turn up. Defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. So he's going to defend us, man. Yes, stand still and see the salvation of the Most High, Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai. Because he's going to defend us. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. Yeah, you're feeble. And these bodies are feeble. I don't care whether you're 6 foot tall, 6'6" with muscles, 6-pack, strong as an ox. You're feeble. Because you're in these fleshly bodies. Are you literally really feeble with all kinds of sickness running through your veins and your body? These bodies are feeble, man. No matter what way you cut it and slice it. So what we need, yeah, in that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem. Yeah, we need Yahweh Yahushai to come back. And he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. We're gonna be renewed, upgraded. Yeah? Don't matter what, like I say, no matter what size you got, no matter what size shape you are, broad, you could be massive and tall and strong. When you get the upgrade, you understand? When you get the upgrade, you're gonna know that. You're gonna know. Phone keeps on cutting out. Let's check this. Let's check this. Yeah. So yeah, man, we're waiting for the upgrade, and we're gonna be renewed in the spirit, man. So, because the Most High is gonna come back and he's gonna give us the upgrade, the new bodies through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yeshua, and he's gonna defend us, yeah, via the angels, via when they come in like a flood, the spirit of the Lord gonna lift up a standard, yeah, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David. We're gonna be as David was. He could break bars with his bare hands. Yeah, his hands were tougher than steel. His feet were like hinds feet. He can run. He can jump high. Yeah, and the house of David shall be as God. Yeah, and as an angel of the Lord before them. And we know one angel can destroy the whole globe, the whole planet Earth. So that's the kind of spirit, that's the kind of strength a man that is feeble gonna have when Yahushua return. So yeah, that's blessed, man. So we're bearing up we're bearing the indignation for the time being, yeah, bearing up all what they're throwing at us, and they're throwing the kitchen sink, but we're still standing, man. Yeah, we're still standing for the power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yeshua, looking forward to that time when he that it shall, and at that day, you've got to read that again, man. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, as the angel of the Lord before them. Giving our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Kakodash. Here's the last one to end of the video. Revelation, because these are all, you might call them exhortation precepts, man. I want to leave these quick thoughts for you to meditate on, Akim. Giving our praises to Yahweh Shem Yeshua. Revelations 21 and 5 says, and he that sat upon the throne said, behold, I will make all things new. And he said unto me, write, for these words are true and faithful. And he said unto me, it is done. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, and I will give unto him that is athirst of the fountain of water of life freely. And he that overcomes shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yeshua. To what at Yahweh Shem Yeshua. Give me the spirit to do this video. And yes, the house of David is rising, and all praises. Yeah, we're seeing these things unfolding through this power and spirit of Yahweh Shem Yeshua. And shalom to all the sincere Akim. So on to the next.